Hi, my name is Layla. I'm the Targeted Family Support Worker and Child Counsellor with Have Strength in Mind. As we're approaching exam season, I thought I'd share a bit of my own story around revision and how I felt around exams. When I was doing my GCSEs around 20 years ago, I can remember the stress as if it was yesterday. I'd sit there with books open, already feeling overwhelmed before I'd even properly started. My mind would wander constantly, I'd get distracted by small things and I'd often not know where to begin. And it wasn't because I didn't care, I really did care about my GCSEs, but the way my brain worked made revision feel frustrating and at times really impossible. And part of the issue was that I was undiagnosed with ADHD, and at the time I wasn't really aware of that. What's interesting is that even now, as an adult, I still get these feelings come back to me when I have to have an exam or I need to revise for something. The anxiety, the worry, that sense of, I don't know how I'm going to get through this, it hasn't gone away. The ADHD doesn't disappear with age, but what has changed is how I deal with it and how I manage my emotions. Over time, I realised that I can't force myself to revise the same way that other people do. Some people can sit there for really long periods of time, studying, reading lots of books. That just doesn't work with my brain. So instead, I had to find techniques that work for me and actually how my brain works. One of the most effective strategies that I have found that I still use today is what I call 20-20. That's 20 minutes of really fully focused revision where there's no distractions around me, followed by a 20-minute well-deserved break. During these breaks, I could be doing anything from making a drink, just changing rooms, or even sitting scrolling through my phone. And I really do deserve that break because I've really focused for those 20 minutes. Breaking revision down like this makes it feel more manageable. Instead of facing hours of work, I'm just focusing on what the next 20 minutes is going to look like. And often once I get started, it isn't as bad as what I thought it was going to be. Another thing that has helped me is making revision more active. I've learned that just reading notes or books doesn't stick in my brain. I need to engage with the material, whether that's talking things out loud, writing things down in my own words, or testing myself. It keeps my brain from drifting off. I've also had to accept that distractions is part of how my brain works. So rather than fighting it constantly, I try to work with it, keeping my environment simple, not having my phone around me, not having loads of music, not having lots of noise outside, and just trying to focus, reducing any obvious distractions, but also not expecting perfect focus all the time. Most importantly, I've learned to be a bit kinder to myself. For a long time, I thought I wasn't good at revising or I wasn't trying hard enough, but the reality is ADHD makes things different. Not impossible, just different. And once I started approaching revision in a way that suited me, things became a lot more achievable. So if you're struggling with revision and ADHD, you're definitely not alone. It can be difficult, and those feeling the anxiety and overwhelm, it's very real. But with the right strategies, like taking breaks and working in smaller chunks, using structured times and finding ways that keep you active, it will make revision possible. We wish you all the luck with all your exams this season.